Hi everyone, welcome to the USA and Italy face to face. I am so excited to be launching my first YouTube channel ever, and I just want to take a few moments to tell you about it. I'm an American expat who was born and raised in the United States, but I've been living in Italy for over a decade. Coming to Italy, I had never expected to be an English teacher because in the United States, I studied apparel design and merchandising management. I worked in retail. I did a lot of volunteer work, and I did a lot of extracurricular activities there. So when I graduated from Virginia Tech, I had really expected to look for a job and to start working in the fashion business. But I was offered an opportunity to come to stay in Italy as an au pair, thanks to an historical connection between Oderzo, Italy, and Suffolk, Virginia. I will make a future video to talk about that. When I came to Italy, I didn't speak any Italian. One thing I will tell you, one misconception, is that everyone speaks English. And the reality of that is that everyone does not speak English. And going to a foreign country, especially Italy, where Italian is the official language, we can't really expect Italians to be expected to speak English. Here, I teach English as a foreign language, but I've also had the experience of being a foreign language learner. And one thing that I can tell you, if you really want to get to know a culture, it really helps to start by learning the language. And if you are interested and if you are passionate about learning a foreign language, I think that it's important to understand your own language, the grammar, the expressions, how sentences are formed, etc. Because that can really help you understand why you say certain things that you say. And then when you learn another language, it can also help you understand why other people say things that aren't necessarily correct in another language. So with this channel, and being that I've had the opportunity to get both of those perspectives, well, some of the topics I'm going to talk about are the similarities and the differences between both languages, and why we have a tendency to probably say certain things that might not be grammatically correct when we speak. And I also want to talk about the pronunciation. Pronunciation is very important. But what I do want to try to do is to enhance the American and the Italian cultural awareness from an insider's perspective. I also want to address some common misperceptions I've heard, both from Americans as well as from Italians and non-Americans and non-Italians as well, to try to give some insight about that. And I also want to talk about just my experience as being an expat and what I've learned being as an American, and what I would suggest for people who are considering whether or not to move or to spend a period of time in the US or in Italy. I want this channel to also be an opportunity to allow you to be able to get involved in the conversation as well. You know, share your own experience, because the northern part of the US is not the same as the southern part of the US, just like the northern part of Italy is not the same as the southern part of Italy. I'm going to talk about the people. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to talk about driving. I'm going to talk about taxes. And I am going to be talking about some modo di dire. If you don't know what that means, Google it or watch out for upcoming videos so you'll learn more about that. If you've had another perspective, another experience that you want to share that you think might be useful for other people to know or to take into consideration, I encourage you to leave a comment and just to share what you think. Please try not to be very rude. We do want this to be a positive environment. I try to be positive and educational, but positive at the same time. If there's a particular topic that you would like me to talk about or address in the future, and if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on or any upcoming videos, first of all, I definitely recommend that you leave a comment in the comment section below, and also click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. And thank you so much for your attention. It's definitely a privilege, and it really is an honor and to be able to be here and to be able to share what I've learned, because I've had the opportunity to learn so much from so many different people. And I believe that learning is a lifelong process. Thank you so much for your attention. I look forward to having you here for future videos. Be blessed, stay positive, and see you next time.